and welcome to another episode of Todd Talk. Because when Todd talks, people listen. Hopefully, that's right. Yes, my hair is way too big. I apologize, but this is appropriate because we are talking about the death battle of Lucario versus Renamon, and if you can't tell from me wearing this hat, Lucario won. And I picked Lucario in my prediction video, which I appreciate all the views, everyone. We have over 200 some odd views, which has been my biggest in a while. So I really, really appreciate that. So thank you. This was a very interesting bout because, the fan bases. I mean, first of all, this is Pokemon versus Digimon, two of the most popular animes, arguably ever. You know, obviously not top of the top because that's always a debate, but top 10. Both of them, can we agree on that? I mean, especially the first 4 seasons of Digimon. I mean, those were just amazing. And then Pokemon's just been consistent, except for Unova. You know what I'm talking about, right? Right. Anyway, so these fan bases were like, Renamon is more powerful than you'd think, and I was on that camp, but I was also like, Lucario is a pretty epic Pokemon, and once I studied the moves, I felt that his arsenal was better than Renamon's, which was different from Greymon versus Charizard versus Wargreymon, because Wargreymon's on freaking Mega level, and they only did that because of the Mega Evolution of Charizard, where this was no Tamers, no Trainers, no Mega Evolutions, no Digivolutions. This was pure wild Lucario at max level versus Renamon at, let's call it, max potential. Now there's already been some hate among the fan base. There's always hate among the fan base. It's a death battle, but some people are talking about how they said in the death battle, like, there's going to be no unnatural transformations. I get it. That was a poor choice of words because Digivolution can be natural. However, in virtually every season of Digimon, including Season 3, which is Tamers, which is where Renamon came from, it specifically stated that Digivolution is a very long process. Okay? And even then, at times, it's implied that some of the higher level Digimon, like the Devas, for example, or the Digi-Sovereign, are literally created at that level, while others like Renamon, Guilmon, Terriermon, Agumon, and all of them need time or a process or a trainer-tamer to make them digivolve. It all depends on your interpretation. And so they were doing this basically of Renamon at her peak without Digivolution. Yes, they shouldn't have said unnatural Digivolution, but for her to just randomly Digivolve into Cubemon, which was possible, technically, it was very, very unlikely that it would have happened in that battle. Okay? I mean, think about it. In her time with Rika, which she needed Rika to Digivolve, but she felt for a time that she could do it without Rika. She couldn't. And there you go. Now, yes, this was a little wild Renamon, and all that, so she didn't need the tamer, she didn't need the trainer. Maybe she could have done it, but to do it in that battle would have been just totally unfair. So that's why they said that. They meant that in the most likeliest scenarios, 99 times out of 100, Renamon would not have Digivolved by herself in that match. That's what they meant. And if you think about it, look back at Season 1 of Digimon, where Leomon couldn't control his Digivolution. And we still don't know how the Dark Masters came to be. Are you seriously going to tell me that 4 rookie-level Digimon Digivolved into those Mega forms and just happened to say, oh, I want to take over the world? How did no one notice that these Champion Ultimates were going to do that? Okay? I mean, we've seen some of them, their pre-evolved forms before, like Mega Seadramon. So, I don't know. But, back on point. This was a very interesting fight visually too, because they basically did take the sprites from the 1 Minute Melee, which is I referenced in my previous video. I'll probably admit that the 1 Minute Melee was a little bit more fun because they really played it up. Like Lucario finding Renamon, and them two were talking back and forth. Lucario only did grunts this time, which was okay because he's a wild Pokemon in this case, and not the movie version, which, feel the aura and all that. So I didn't really mind that. I like that they showed the endurance factor. I'm really happy they talked about the endurance of these two Pokemon because they, like, as I noted in my prediction video, they have taken quite a few hits. I mean, Renamon took a shot from an ultimate and still lived. She's beaten champion types after taking damage from them. And then Lucario beat, or I can't remember if he beat it, but he fought a Blaziken and took fire attacks, which is his weakness, and lived. So, or, wasn't knocked out. So, they've done a lot of damage, and I liked how the Diamond Storm, just ripped and pierced Lucario, but he's like, I do care. And, did the Bone Rush into the Impale. They impaled Renamon. I mean, seriously, you impaled Renamon. I mean, I'm surprised it didn't do a thing like I suppose Lucario had a bone to pick with Renamon. Like that kind of thing. And obviously there was some, more perverted ways it could have gone with that, but I feel they could have done more of a bone pun for the end. I mean, for the heck of it, they did the spoon with Mewtwo. Mario, that would be awkward. With Mewtwo, so why not talk about the bone? But no, for what it was fine. It was only a minute 13, so for a 2D fight, yeah, it could have been longer. I would have loved to see this in 3D because I really would have loved to see like a Pokemon tournament. Lucario would have been perfect, and then I'm sure Renamon from Digimon Battle Arena or something could have been made to really up her skills. Could you have imagined that, like them like either in a city or in a cave system, kind of like what we had here, where they're like just jumping off the walls and they're wall running against each other? That would have been so cool. Sadly, it was not to be. But Lucario still won, and I'm still doing amazingly this season. I'm so happy. Speaking of happy, here, let me take the hat off because we're done talking about Pokemon. There we go. The next battle is a 3D battle, absolutely confirmed, and it is Balrog from Street Fighter versus TJ Combo from Killer Instinct. Now, believe it or not, much like Renamon Lucario, this was a highly requested battle. I mean, I personally have seen these requests on the YouTube page and even the Screw Attack forum. So this one's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting because unlike a lot of their compatriots in Street Fighter and Killer Instinct, to my knowledge, Balrog and TJ Combo are just pure boxers. Now, they are purely powerful boxers, and they do have, the somewhat special moves, but they don't shoot Hadoukens, they don't do sonic booms or psycho crushers or ice attacks and stuff like that. They are the masters of the sweet silence, and the fact that Torian is animating a pure boxing fight gives me chills because I think this is going to be up close. It's going to be physical. You're going to get a lot of zoom in, shots and all that, and I can just tell that Torian is going to love this. And this is technically a first of its kind. We have never had pure boxer characters. The closest we've ever had was Yang versus Tifa. And if you look at that battle, they really emphasized their magic, their materia. There you go, materia, and of course Yang's shotgun gauntlets and everything. And though they did a lot of good martial arts, they still played up their, more magical abilities, like the limit breaks, like Tifa's streak there that was awesome. But this is going to be a lot more fun, I think, because it's going to be up close, it's going to be personal, in your face. I have no idea right now who's going to win because I honestly don't know these characters that well. So this is going to be fun. So yeah, looking forward to those previews, and hope you look forward to my preview in a few weeks once I do my research. So with that, I am ending this episode of Todd Talk. Were you content with Lucario versus Renamon? Did you think the right character, right furry, right beast, right mon won? Let me know. And what do you think about Balrog versus TJ Combo? I really want to know what you think about that. So yeah, just let me know in the comments below, and let's talk about it. So, I thank you for watching. If you made it this far, I know you were listening, and I will see you around.